All right, my Friday morning. We playing Monday night for those who don't know. And on top of that, next week, put this PSA. I'm gonna put it a couple times, especially on the Monday night game. I will be out of town next week, but I still will get videos done. But the prediction, the live, all that's gonna be done before by Thursday. So more likely Monday, I'm gonna jump right in. Wednesday, Monday, I jump. Tuesday, I jump right into the prediction. Probably Thursday, more likely. Wednesday, Thursday, the the live, and I like just pre-do the fantasy and the betting odds, and I'll release it. So I still be doing videos, but I'm going to look at a future home. I'm trying to leave Michigan. Ain't nothing for certain because you got your family here and stuff, but I'm trying to get out of the D. It's so cold in the D. So I'll be driving down there next Thursday, hopefully. So, um, what's going on? God bless New York and I'm a Jet fan. Shout out to the Jets. I like Zach Wilson a lot. The Giants trash. Had the Giants had Zach Wilson, I think the Giants would win the East. But they got the Patriot way. we just got out the Patriot way, man. I'm so glad to be out of the Patriot way, man. So shout out to Snoopy. Snoopy was one of my favorite cartoon characters growing up. So we got the Packers Monday night. As big as this game is for them, it's as big as it is for us because going down 0-2, you know what I'm saying? Going down 0-2, we probably not going to make the playoffs if we go down 0-2. I don't think anybody expected us to make the playoffs. But like I said before, we need to get wins where we can get them at. You going to Lambeau early in the season. So if it do boil down to making the playoffs, you don't have to go to Lambeau. We have some horror stories at the end of a lot of seasons going to Lambeau if Aaron Rodgers is quarterback or not. So we'll be headed up to Lambeau Monday Night Football. And also it's an opportunity to change the perception of the Detroit Lions, all right? Obviously, the ownership is not doing their part by paying Calvin Johnson what he wants. And obviously, that already present and Jeff Okuda thing, kind of bunched on that, we ain't really turned things around. But my thing is, once the ownership starts turning things around, I think we'll start turning that corner. But in Green Bay, this probably be the best opportunity you can beat Green Bay. Green Bay is coming off a 3-point performance. Now, New Orleans is probably the best defense in the league. When you talk about defenses in a vacuum, you probably talk about Tampa, New Orleans. What I've seen so far, Tampa, New Orleans. Well, Tampa gave a lot of points, but the Tampa, New Orleans. Who else you got? Cleveland. They gave up points to Patrick Mahomes. They think their defense pretty good. Cleveland, Arizona defense look really good. And shit, that's about it. In Pittsburgh, about 5 defenses that I think is pretty good, even though they did have some subpar performances came Sunday. But yeah, but no, I think New Orleans might have the best defense of all. So it's Snoopy. Why do you feel I have seen you before? Let's talk Jets. Say hello. I think Detroit can beat Green Bay. Maybe Green Bay ain't the same team. Maybe they're not the same team they were last year. I know Aaron Rodgers, he is getting older. How old is Rodgers? Let me see how old Rodgers is. Hold on. He's 37 years old, so everybody ain't Tom Brady, Joe Montana, man. Ain't everybody go in late 30s into your 40s. And he's being very nonchalant about, them losing to New Orleans, I think, because it's Detroit coming up, but we played them tough last year, and that was with Matthew Stafford, though. He did miss some throws in that game. In New Orleans, in LA, I find out about Matthew Stafford. People talking about he did good versus Chicago. That's cute, going against Andy Dalton. But once you start going into more equal quarterback battles and more competitive games, Stafford just don't make that throw. Stafford just can't get over that hump. So, maybe Jared Goff can. I think Jared Goff's biggest mistake was not eating the sack last week at the end of the half. And that was the difference in the ball game. That was the difference in the ball game. I think mostly, man, the defense is terrible, but the offense was good enough to win that game. And the defense did get them to turnover at the end of the game, and the special teams at the onside kick. They were good enough to win that game last week. The defense they just did what the offense did. We would have won that game, But woulda, shoulda, coulda. But you going against Green Bay, who defense is seen as a lot worse, giving up 5 touchdowns to Jameis Winston. New Orleans had some injuries. They lost Jason Verrett for the season, as we lost Jeff Okudah for the season. So, thing about beating Aaron Rodgers is take away Devontae Adams, make Lazard or Randall Cobb beat you, and stop the run in Aaron Jones. If you're able to run the ball on them, you're gonna win. That's what New Orleans did yesterday. I wanted to know your opinion on the Lions saying Sewell will go back to right tackle after Decker returns. I personally don't think. Well, you can't do nothing with Decker outside of right tackle. You can't put him at guard. You can't put him at left right tackle because he can't block. He can't run block. There's a reason why more teams in the NFL have their best run blocker on the backside and their best athlete offensive lineman on the backside, because it's the blind side for the right-handed quarterback. So I understand it. Unless they're gonna trade Decker. Decker is a good pass protector. The things that Nick Bosa whipped on Sewell last week, and that was on short notice. He didn't know he was going to be playing the left side, so I'll give him a pass. But he still did pretty decent. But he got whipped up by Bosa. That wouldn't happen per se with Taylor Decker. In the run game, it would have happened, but not in the pass game. But they was able to run the ball a ton going left last week, and that ain't really been the case the last 6 or 7 years since it's not been the case since Taylor Decker been there, and he limits the offense, and that's something that people don't talk about. He limits the offense, and what I mean by that is that you can't run that way. So and you probably can't run in between him and Jonah Jackson. He limited Jonah Jackson too. That's a huge thing. If I only can run between Ragnar and High Tie, and Sewell and off Sewell, well, guess what? I'm not gonna worry about the left side. So I mean, that's a huge issue. That's a big issue with them not being able to run going left. But that's been a big issue, and it's probably time. I mean, at this point, you don't want to. At this time, you can always trade Taylor Decker for picks. I mean, you think around the league. Who need to tackle? You look at Seattle, DeJuan Brown. He getting old. He want a new paycheck. Decker already paid. Look at the Philadelphia Eagles. They can use somebody on the backside. Who else? You look at Tampa. I think they can use somebody on the backside. I know old boy, he pretty good, but I mean, the Panthers can use somebody on the backside. So it's a bunch of teams. The Steelers can use somebody on the backside, but they like physical run blockers. Cincinnati can use a true left tackle that's on the backside. So you got options. So I think the perfect place for them is the Arizona Cardinals, because all they do is run the ball. I mean, pass the ball. Arizona, the perfect place for them. Going to Arizona, get some picks, and turn them picks into linemen next year. So now you're in the market for right tackle, unless you you move High Tie to right tackle. Then you're in the market for guards. Are we going to develop Stenberger, or he's just going to be a depth player? Those are questions. So I mean, you usually can find guards. You can find some good ones early. I mean, Quentin Nelson was a guy who went really early. I think Zach Martin was another guy. You don't see too many white people named Quentin, do you? Just seemed like an urban name. You don't see too many white kids named Quentin. But he's injured though right now. I think he might be coming back this week. But yeah, but Quentin Nelson was an absolute beast, man. If there's an exception to the rule in taking a guard top 10 or top 6, he's the exception to the rule. I mean, I'll show y'all. He's the exception to the rule. Quentin Nelson is just, man, when you're talking about somebody that's going to be nasty and a dirty player and just do the dirty work, Quentin Nelson's they're not going to Quentin Nelson's just an animal, bro. And this is a great draft right here, just looking back at it. I mean, he went 6 out of Notre Dame, man. And I think Zach Martin in another draft, he went pretty early. Jerry Jones wanted Johnny Manziel, but you look at this draft real quick, man. This is a really good draft. Baker Mayfield, he had a great week last week. Saquon Barkley. People said he ain't doing his job. He just came off an ACL injury. It don't happen that way. Denzel Ward. All these dudes that make the Pro Bowl. Bradley Chubb's really good. Quentin Nelson. He might be the best of everybody in this draft at his position. Josh Allen. He's a beast. You know, you think about somebody who took Mike Gillespie, you got to be feeling he's not better than Quentin Nelson. You got Josh Rosen, who's been through hell. Minka Fitzpatrick is probably, in my opinion, the best safety in the league. Vita Vea, he won the Super Bowl. Deron Payne, he doing his thing down there in Washington with the football team. Marcus Davenport, he's starting to come on. I know he got a sack or something last week. Trey Edmonds, really good linebacker. That was a good pick for Buffalo. Derwin James, he just been injured. Probably would be the best safety. Look at this. This stretch is Pro Bowler. Jair Alexander, probably one of the best cornerbacks. The tackling Dutchman pretty good when he healthy. Did Frank Ragnow. Like, man. You know, remember the other dude? What was it, Billy Price? He was supposed to be better than Frank Ragnow, but he wasn't. I mean, Ragnow didn't give up a fucking sack in college. I mean, let that marinate. Calvin Ridley, he should be a Pro Bowler, a beast. DJ Moore, he's a beast. So, I mean, it was pretty hard to miss on this draft. And Lamar Jackson top it off, you know. It's one of the top guys in the first round. It's hard. It was hard to miss here. It was Terrell Edmonds, he's pretty good too. It's hard. It was hard. It's hard to miss. It was hard not to come away, and Sam Darnold might be coming on too. So it was hard to miss. The success rate on 32 teams, you had a high chance of finding a really good player in one of the few and far between times that the Lions got it right with Frank Ragnow. You know, look at the second round just for fun. I don't think Willie Hernandez doing Nick Chubb's beast, Darius Leonard beast, Cortland Sutton beast, Ronald Jones III when he ain't fumbling beast. Y'all boy Kerryon Johnson, they missed. Christian Kirk pretty good. Anthony Miller pretty good. He just ain't never had no quarterback. So yeah, I mean it was a really good draft. Really, really good draft, man. Hold on. Really good draft. So hold on. Really good draft, man. And back to Green Bay. Like I said before, Green Bay. What's up, big dog? I see you. See you. He said we drafted AVT the first round. He's been a turnstile ever since. Remember Galley signed with the quarterback he knew was trash. He was just chasing the money. I hope the Lions win Monday. Me too. Galley was chewing up people. He was chewing out Daniel Jones. If the Packers lose at home on Monday night versus the Lions at prime time, they just burn it down. They probably gonna flip Aaron Rodgers. I would love the upset. Them at their place. So I mean, it's the usual suspects. I mean, Devontae Adams. They bring back Randall Cobb, Marquez Scantling. I mean, Cobb gonna be in the slot. Alan Lazard. I mean, Lazard and Scantling every now and again they have good games. What happened to the other kid they drafted? Amari Rodgers. So I guess Amari Rodgers, he ain't doing pretty good over there, but it takes some time, man. He's a really good receiver. He's, I guess they didn't believe in him in the slot, so they brought back Randall Cobb. I guess they didn't believe him in the slot. So Amari Rodgers is going to be the future in the slot. But I mean, really, when you boil it down, man, playing the Packers, you want to stop this guy. You want to stop the run, stop him out the backfield. This the guy you want to stop. And once you stop this guy, the illusions is like with LA with the Rams. There are illusions. Once you stop this guy, and once you stop him, the Packers become very predictable. All right, because they become one-dimensional. They're gonna go to Adams a ton. Robert Tonyan, he might be somebody that's ready to have a really big game. He didn't really get a lot of target, but he's 6'5". He can move pretty well. Good big target over the middle. But this the guy. Once you stop him, especially if you can stop this guy one-on-one, he killed this last year. He was kind of injured coming into the game. We played him in Green Bay early last year. Once you can stop this guy, him going over the middle, him doing all the type of anything he want to do, go deep, slug goes, what you call them, stop and goes, and hitches and curls and comebacks, and he can do it all. He's probably the best receiver going into this season right now. But Marshawn Lattimore put it in the Saints front seven, put a foot up his butt last week, but he's somebody looking for a contract, going to being 30 next offseason probably. But Them your suspects. And people ask, well, how you stop Aaron Rodgers? Well, you take the run game away from him, you take Adams away from him, and then you got to have a pass rush. Now, do the Lions got that? No, because what Adams gonna do? He gonna slide into the slide. He gonna play outside. He gonna go to the left. And Mario Warrior, he got burnt last week. He got burnt last year. Okay, and then also you asking AJ Parker to guard him in the slot. That's a lot to ask. So, like I said before, it ain't impossible, but the issue the Lions got is their secondary is their strength, and the front seven is trash. If Anazorki play, I think they got a better chance because they trotted out Nick Williams, Aleem, and Aleem is a nose tackle, so it ain't like he can be on the end and make something happen. Panensi is the backup nose tackle. Then you got who else the other guy on the end? I got Williams, Michael Brockers, and Brockers, Williams, nose tackle. They are no threat to rush the pass rusher, and that's the issue. You got they gonna slide to Romeo Core, and Trey Flowers not gonna do nothing. They're gonna run at Trey Flowers. They're gonna run away from Okor. If they gotta pass on Okor, they're gonna chip them. They're gonna double them, and they're gonna say, well, Brockers, well, Aleem, which being a nose tackle is hard because really you're taking on 2 or 3 people plus a chipper plus a blocker. So it's really up to Brockers and Nick Williams and whoever take those positions to floor a field and give Romeo Core some help because Trey Flowers not gonna give him no help. So right now, basically what I'm seeing is for Romeo to be able to get sacks and get pressure, he need help from the front seven. He need help from the scheme. The scheme not giving him help because they can't stop nothing. They scared the blitz. They just gonna play bend to break defense, and I meant what I said, man, to bend to break. So he got no help. What Anazorke would do, he would give them some person to give attention to. What I would do is I put Anazorke on one side sometimes, and I put Romeo on the other. Sometimes I put them on the same side. What I mean by that is, if they slide towards Romeo, guess what? Anazorke got a one-on-one. He can help Trey Flowers out. If you put them on the same side, you can loop them. You can do different things too, but you want to keep the defense, offense off guessing. So, like I said before, Anazorke and Deshaun Hand was huge to what they did because Brockers and Nick Williams, they're not pass rushers. Trey Flowers, he's not going to be able to stand up and really, get that speed to power to speed on that edge. So, it's just to the point where they just got a lot of personnel that don't fit. As far as the linebackers, Collins is trash, Anderson is trash, Trey Flowers is trash, and the backups are trash. Then you got two guys in the 3-man front that poses no pass rush threat. Your nose tackle don't pose a pass rush threat because he's eating up space. So really it's Romeo versus everybody else. And that's sad, bro. It's Romeo. So Romeo not gonna have the season he had last year. It's not because he got his money and he just trash. He just not gonna have the year he had last year because he don't have the help. The scheme is different. You think Aaron Rodgers throwing this season? I heard he might pay. If he do that, he's just the ultimate hoe. At the end of the day, I don't see him throwing the season away. You 40 years old, you 37 years old. You don't got that many years left. And if he doing that, man, they're gonna open up an investigation for point shaving. He gonna be, he don't want to open that Pandora box. I don't think so. Because then they're gonna talk about is he point shaving? So like I said before, I care less. He's just a real hoe. You know what I'm saying? He like Michael Jordan, bro. They just real hoes. Aaron Rodgers ain't somebody that I hang out with. He may be a different perception in the locker room, but he be throwing his players under the bus. He's an arrogant hoe. Him and Michael Jordan the same type of player. Same type of person. I'm good, man, on him. He just seemed like he be doing some just hoe shit, man. Rodgers would be a Raider, a Dolphin, a Bronco next year, in my opinion. I guess they like Derek Carr. I just thought Derek Carr just, outside of that 1 year, he just didn't really, he won't win you the game. He won't lose you the game with Derek Carr. He's a good quarterback, but he not, he like a Trent Dilfer. I think he like everything got to be great around him. Defense, special teams, running back. You got to have your Shannon Sharp for him to win. He not nobody that's going to go out there and win your game like Peyton and Joe Montana and Tom Brady. He's just not that quarterback. Same thing for Matthew Stafford. They'll find out soon enough. Maybe the Rams might run the table. Maybe they won't. But back on the topic, man. Like this is a good football team, but look at their defense. They got a player on each level that's special. But the supporting characters I don't know about. Kenny Clark is really good. Darius Smith is really good, and then you got Jair Alexander is really good. So when you look over here, man, the defense is not that good. But you know what? If our run game is for real, even if we lose, we're gonna be able to run with some success versus Green Bay. Even though Green Bay ain't the best front seven, historically in the last 10 years, we ain't been able to run on Green Bay. That's one of the reasons that Matt Flynn whooped us up. If we ask Stafford or Jared Goff to drop back 57 times, he gonna get killed. Last week they was percolating running. They was at the boiling point, and then they just started throwing the football. Even if the short passing games to Williams and Swift, that takes the rhythm off. If you run the ball well, keep running it. Keep running until they stop it. And if they can run Monday night, if they can run on the Green Bay Packers, man, I just think we in for a treat then. Because all I would do is run the ball, short passing game, and chew up the clock. And take the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands. I know Aaron Rodgers probably gonna run right through the defense. Cool. But what I'm gonna do when I play him and Mahomes, I'm gonna limit their possessions. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play a bracket type defense. I'm gonna play contain, keep him in the pocket. I'm gonna play everything deep, and I'm gonna just play soft. If he keep throwing the slant, I'm gonna go into a zone, maybe cover 3. But I'm gonna just keep everything in front of me. I'm gonna let nothing behind me. The big plays they get, I'm gonna tell everybody wrap up and tackle. No little shoulder tackles or hit sticks. I want you to wrap up and tackle, and that's what I'm gonna do. If he run down, if he dig 20 plays to go down the field and he go a touchdown, as long as I don't give up the big play. We getting those thirds and manageables, third and long, then I might attack him. Then I might blitz, But if you ask me how I'm playing it on Sunday, I'm playing it just like Cleveland played Kansas City when they had success in playing the shell. Keeping Rodgers in the pocket, because I ain't gonna get pass rush anyway. I'm keeping him in the pocket. I'm playing too deep. If you want to run the ball, you can run the ball. Because they're gonna run it anyway. I'm playing too deep, but I'm eliminating the big play. I'm trying to get them to take as many minutes as us off the clock, so I can limit it. Even if I'm not competitive, even if we lose the game, it won't be like 50-0 or 50-10 or 30-20. The game, I'm gonna mimic the game. The game probably gonna be 25-23 or at worst 30-10. It won't be a blowout. That's why you play that type of defense. Now, on the other side, you can get aggressive. On the other side of things, you can get aggressive. Yeah, you can get aggressive. Oh, my bad. You can get aggressive. And what I mean about getting aggressive is, you can just come out there, play tight, play bump, play off, and just get aggressive and blitz. So, you can be aggressive. So it's two ways to do it. You can be aggressive. You can show blitz. You can blitz the corners. You can blitz the nickel backs. You can do all that. Or you can play off. And limit possession. But the thing about blitzing, if they pick the blitz off, it's a big play. And if you don't wrap up and tackle, you can't, they're probably going to score 60 points. They're probably going to play 60 points. So I'd rather play the shell. I'd rather play contain. I'd rather just, double. I play contain, double bracket Devontae Adams and, and play contain and play over the top. If Campbell, Cobb, Lazar, Scanley, they beat you. That's how I'm playing it. And then maybe you mix in the blitz on third down or on second and long. Maybe you mix in a nickel back blitz or a zero blitz every now and again. But I'm playing either too high. That's either, playing cover 4, cover 2. I'm not playing single high. I'm not robbing. I'm not doing none of that. I'm playing something over the top. I'm not going single high. I'm not putting Walker Harris in that position. I'm playing single high. I'm playing double high all times, unless it's a third and inches situation, 31, where I got to stack the line and stop the run. Other than that, I'm playing high. Now they can mix it up and be aggressive, but they just don't look like a defense that can blitz properly. They don't look like a defense that's really comfortable in the scheme. They don't look like a defense that got the talent out of nowhere. At this point, I wouldn't bring back nobody next year but Romeo and the rookies. So, but hold on. I'm just talking. I'm sorry, man. I'm just talking, man. And I ain't hit the thing. My bad. It ain't you. So my bad. But I don't know how long I was out. I was out for a while. But my bad. But what I was saying was they don't have a top receiver, and they top three receivers. The two I guess was Hawkinson and Swift. They had 11 apiece. So those are the top. Those are the two. That's why I told you gonna be a 1A, 1B, or 1-2 receiver. Hawkinson and Swift had 11 receptions apiece. And to my surprise, not really, because I know Williams catch the ball out the backfield. Williams had 9 receptions. Raymond had 4, 6 for Benson. He just got here. 3 for Williams. Excuse me, 6 for Cephas. And what I was saying is when Khalif Raymond is your top receiver, had 3 receptions and 3 receptions and 50 yards. He had a top high as far as receivers and yards and catches. When he your top receiver, that's never good. Khalif Raymond is a gadget guy. Khalif Raymond and a guy on the outside. If he was any good, he'd be like a baby Tyreek Hill, or he'd be like a poor man's Tyreek Hill. But when he lead your receiver core and stuff, that's troubling. So what's going on is you got a lot of inside guys like Raymond and Amara St. Brown and Cephas. They are inside guys. They not guys on the outside that's gonna beat coverage on the outside. They inside guys. You're gonna put them on whips, shallows, jerk routes. If they running vertical, they running vertical through the seams, post and digs and coming. They running interior routes. And they trying to make them play outside, and they're not gonna play outside. They're not gonna beat coverage. They're not gonna beat press. They're not gonna beat coverage. But with Trinity Benson is their best hope, other than Tyrell Williams. But he just got here, so it's gonna take him a while to form a rapport and beat coverage. It's gonna take him a while to learn the playbook. They probably tell him his routes in when he break the huddle, so he don't really know much. So it's gonna take a while for him to really get comfortable. Tyrell Williams, he got a head injury. So Williams and Benson, your only receivers that can play on the outside. Everybody else is an inside receiver. Wes Welker, guys like Randall Cobb, they inside receivers. And that's what happens when you put an outside receiver on the inside. They can't beat coverage. They can't beat coverage. So that's why Jared Goff has some issues. But basically what I'm saying is you got a whole bunch of TJ Hawkins, you got a whole bunch of tight ends. Them interior receivers, they like tight ends. There's a reason they're not on the outside. To be on the outside, you got to be able to beat those physical Jalen Ramseys, the Charles Woodson, the Rod Wilsons, the Deion Sanders. You can't beat them. You take them on the inside because you got a two-way go. You can break to the sideline. You can break inside. You got to be a little bit more shifty inside. And they got shifty receivers, not speed. The only people that's going to stretch the field and win on the outside is Benson and Williams. Cephas, he's a shifty guy. He's like, well, CJ, how do we correct that? Well, you got to correct it with scheme with this guys. What you got to do in addition to hitting your backs and your tight ends, you got to put people in motion, stack them off the line, put them in bunches, get them free releases. That's how you do that. That's how you get them free releases. That's how you get them going. But then again, it just got to be schematic. You got to be stacking routes. You got to give them the option routes. You got to, and option routes are a product of a relationship a relationship of a receiver and a quarterback seeing the same thing. Like New England, they didn't have the best receivers, but they schemed them open. All they had to do was do their job and being able to catch the football. And that's what Anthony Lynn gonna have to do. He's gonna have to start stacking them dudes at the line of scrimmage and getting Brown and Cephas and Khalif Raymond free releases. He gotta start putting them in motion and let them run through the seams. He gotta let them come up. You gotta let them stack them and have them a free release and break to the inside and outside. That's how you do that. But like I said before, this receiving core is full of guys that's interior guys. Guys that's not gonna be on the island and beat nobody. I appreciate it for you saying that. Hawkinson's gonna be a target a lot this year. I won't be surprised if he's the highest target tight end. Yeah, him and Waller, he should be. And Swift and Williams, if they play long enough, they're gonna be the most targeted running backs. But how you help assist them with them inside receivers, you stack them off the line trim, you put them in motion. I film watch Goff. He plays like Alex Smith, throws a lot of underneath passes, love the middle of the field. That's a little different from some Stafford. Stafford like he don't like the middle. That's why he didn't have no success throwing to tight ends. He don't like throwing the middle because you got to be on time and punctual, and you got to be accurate over the middle. He wasn't. Stafford like throwing outside the numbers. When Stafford inability to throw up the middle, that was something that they held. They kind of hid. But I mean, he didn't. He do like throwing short and but with the LA Rams when he was in his prime there, he was throwing it deep. He had a lot of success, when they schemed it with Higsby and Everett. So I mean, in my humble opinion, man, it's just to the point where he didn't have the time to go deep. That's why he went short. He didn't have the time, so we can't really judge him because I think this week the offensive line better. But I don't know why they ain't putting high tide tackle. I don't get it. What's going on, Michael? I don't understand why they ain't putting high tide tackle. That's an adjustment they got to make. Why not put high tide tackle? He can't be no worse than Matt Nielsen. You paying him all that money to play guard. Maybe him playing guard had a direct correlation to them running the ball better. So, but if you're going to play him at guard, you need to run the ball. In the running tips they had last week, it was laughable. Even in the game they got away from them. Because, they ran the ball 24 times and Goff ran it 3 times and Raymond ran it 4 times. And Goff, all his runs was ad-lib. So in reality, they ran it 20 times between Swift and Williams. That number need to be 20 apiece. And people might say that's a little extreme, but that number need to be 20 apiece. I want Goff throwing it like 20 times. But with them running 20 apiece, Goff is gonna have an opportunity to stretch the field. Goff gonna have an opportunity to stretch the field. That's what you do. You run the ball, then you go down the field. Then you suck the defense in. But I mean, it just didn't make no sense for him to throw it 57 times. And then when they need to go down the field, but like I said, I think we should have just took Justin Fields. I'm gonna keep saying that. He didn't have a bad game. We should have just took a quarterback. But I mean, that's where we at with it. I would rather have Sam Darnold. Honestly. Trade Stafford somewhere and just trade Darnold for Darnold for like a second round, future second or something like that. Because one thing about Sam Darnold, he more talented than Jared Goff. His arm talent is there. He more athletic than Jared Goff. And, if he damaged, you draft another quarterback in next year. But one thing about Sam Darnold, he's still young enough where you can mold him. So, I wasn't with getting Teddy Bridgewater either, but I do think Teddy Bridgewater a better quarterback than Jared Goff right now. I was just thinking about if I'm a trade for a quarterback, it's gonna be somebody young, somebody I still can mold. You see what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna go with a rookie and he's just gonna learn by fire. That's how you do. You don't go get somebody leftovers. You get somebody young that still has an opportunity. And Darnold should have been the target, honestly. Derek Carr should have been the target. Guys like that. Tua Tagovailoa. You don't go get somebody that's on the down. So he had everything a quarterback can want: a defense, weapons, running game. He still couldn't get it done. But that's just SOL. That's just SOL. Martin Gardner Minshew. Somebody that still got some upside. Jared Goff just don't have an arm. And now Sunday he couldn't step into those throws. I'll give him that. But the way the ball come out, he missed a lot of throws early on. That was like a cover 2. He missed like Khalif Raymond He missed Khalif Raymond for a touchdown. Khalif Raymond was wide open. He missed him. It got to be something to going from a rocket Matthew Stafford to somebody who really can't get the ball there. Jalen Hurts. Just keep going on. They have options. But they took Jared Goff because Brad Holmes wanted Jared Goff. It ain't that Brad Holmes thought Jared Goff was pretty good. It's relationships. Well, no, they pass up on guys like Derrick Henry, and they pass up on certain guys because of relationships. The Lions draft on if I like you or not. That's why he a good kid. I don't give a fuck about that. Can he help us win? That's not what they draft off of. If they could have walked away without Jared Goff, now if they gave us an extra first or third for Jared Goff, let's take Jared Goff, cool. If that's the true story behind it, I'm okay with it. If that's the honest story, I'm okay with it. But if it wasn't no extra, if I could have just traded Stafford there for the twos and the 2 1s and the third, cool. I never understood you rebuild. You bring Goff in. He said, "Well, Goff just there to get beat up." Okay, I can take that. I could definitely live with that. But the way we need to be rolling, we got it right with Anthony Lynn. He definitely revamped the running game. It's a lot more physical and powerful. Now they just got to find a quarterback that can be mobile. No more of these statues. No more of these Scott Mitchells and Matt Staffords and Eric Kramers and guys like that. We need more guys like Mike McMahon, but who can actually throw the football. You know what I'm saying? We need Lamar Jackson. We need, somebody like amongst that, somebody dynamic. Somebody like Aaron Rodgers in his prime. They had an opportunity to take Justin Fields, and I don't care. If Justin Fields not the guy, draft another quarterback because it's the most important position in sports. But I do like the way they're running the football, though. I just don't like the volume. They need to turn the volume up. Because Jared Goff throwing 60 times is fucking crazy. And it was a lot of times he threw the football and they ran the ball beautifully. They was trying to outsmart themselves. That was my issue. They was trying to outsmart themselves. And you looking like, man, they threw the football. They threw the football and they should have just ran it. Damn. He talking about 55 for the small dog and 75 from. That's a lot. Look, I'll tell you this. That's why I don't fuck with black businesses. But she want 55 for Mason, right? Let me show y'all this. Hold on. Mason, come here. Come here, Papa. Come here. He's sleeping. Come here. This is why I go to the white people. For him, $55? Look at this. Come here, Miles. Now, when I go to my regular groomer because they cheap, I go to my regular groomer. I pay $20 for him, right? Wash, nails, and they shade down the butt a little bit. All right. Come here, Miles. Go sit in your chair. Come here, boo. Come here, Miles. He mad because he in trouble. Come here. Come here. I ain't messing with Miles. That's just crazy. So she won't. I ain't paying. I wash and clip them nails myself. I wash and clip them damn nails myself. That's crazy. She won't $150 to wash some dog. I guess because she mobile too, though. So maybe that's what it is. You got to pay gas and stuff. I just do it myself. I ain't paying no fucking $200 to wash some dogs. Boy, I try to support my people. I be trying, y'all. I'm going to go back to the white man. Sorry, I'm going to the white man. They got better prices. At some point, can we see a side-by-side comparison between Goff and Stafford? Yeah, we can. What's going on, Aaron? We can, but still early. But damn, man, I just blew my fucking mind. Damn, 75 or 65. I ain't paying no $150, $200 for no white. And I got tipper. I'm good. I'm just, damn, man, I be, and all the groomers booked up, but y'all want to hear about my problems. Man. I be trying to support black businesses. I be trying to support y'all niggas, man, but I'm taking my talents to the white man. I'll be trying to support my people, man. Fuck that, man. I'm gonna price this other mobile groomer, and if it's similar, I go with the black girl. If he way cheaper, I'm sorry, I'm going with the white man. I'm going with the other. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm dead ass, man. Damn, I'm gonna just get some clippers myself and shade these niggas down a little bit and give them a flea bath and all that shit, man. I'm gonna do it myself. Yeah, but the Lions have a 32% chance to win this game. The Green Bay has a 67.7%. It's a 0.3% for a tie. I do like the matchup with Hawkinson on the linebackers and the backs on the linebackers. So that's their matchup right there, man. That's their matchup right there in running the ball. If they can shove it down, Green Bay throw, they gonna. Yeah, it is different. Everybody knows it's different. Shout out to D Miller. They just trying to act like it's totally different. If it's a left-handed quarterback, it's the right side is the blind side and the left, but it's totally different. The right side, you got to be able to anchor the line. You got to be able to anchor the run game. You got to be pretty good in passing because I'm throwing the. I wish I had a football. If I'm throwing the football, right, I'm dropping back this way. Come on. Even if I'm looking this way, you know, only in my peripheral, I can see that tackle coming. You see what I'm saying? So you got your left tackle, you got your, your rusher. But if I'm looking this way, right, I'm just looking down the middle of the field. Guess what? I can see. I can literally see this guy coming off the side. I can see it. So I don't have to feel the pressure. I see it. Even if I'm looking this way, I still see him coming off of him. But if I'm this way, I have to feel him. That's why you see them step up in the pocket and, you know what I'm saying? So my backside, I can't see. If I'm looking this way, I can't see if I'm looking this way. I can't see. Even if I'm looking this way, a lot of times if he loop, you still can't see him until it's too late. That's why they step up in the pocket. So it's totally different. It's totally different. And the worst type of pressure is right in your face. Because, that's why Aaron Donald, Reggie White, Sue is important, and John Randall. Because if they beat your interior guards, what can you do? You sacked. So, yeah, they definitely two different type of positions, man. He said, I used to play both. They definitely two different type of positions, man. But if you're a left-handed quarterback, it's your right back. So Michael Vick, his backside would be his right side. So you would flip your left tackle to playing right. So it's definitely just two different types of positions, man. He said, I think he threw 57 times because we started playing from behind. Even before that, man, we can get the halftime stats. Even before that, he was throwing too much for my liking. I don't know if we get halftime stats. Hold on. I don't think we could split it into halves. So no. I wish you can, but he threw way too much. I understand he's playing from behind, but he just throwing. They was just throwing when they shouldn't have throw. If that make any sense, they was throwing in situations where they should have been running. Sam Gunner is no Bruno. I don't know what the Bruno mean. At some point, can we see side by side? Yep. When they play more games, I do it, but I got Green Bay getting the dub. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I don't know what my score was yesterday, but I don't know. I guess 30 to like 14, maybe 30 to 20. I don't know exactly what the score is gonna be. I'm not Nostradamus. I don't get scores, but I don't get scores, but I don't guess them, but we have to wait and see because the defense is bad. Yeah, that too. But you run the ball to help the defense to keep Aaron Rodgers and Jimmy Garoppolo on the field. Your defense bad, you eat up clock. running the ball in the short passing game, which they had the short passing game down pat. But yeah, y'all got any questions? If not, I'm a skirt. Yeah, I think Goff did pretty good, other than the pick. And the pick was he should have just ate it. He tried to rush and do something that was out of his character. He should have just ate it. I think the game is going to be close. I don't know who will win. I do have Detroit running back getting 100 yards. That's going to be interesting. I don't know the last time they got 100 on Green Bay. Or they tried to run it on Green Bay. I'm still tripping on. She trying to charge me $155. Come on, I guess it's mobile. I can't be mad if I can't find a better price. If I can't find a better price, so I'm going to have to do it myself or go with her. But she do come to your crib, though. That's dope. My dad got like 6 dogs. I'm like, sheesh. $100 a head. And Goff did do good. I could have did better, though. Goff ain't fucking with me throwing the rock. Y'all see me play quarter center. I ain't got no arm whatsoever. My arm, I don't have it. But yeah, appreciate y'all. See y'all a little bit later. Peace.